You're listening to Hashtag No Filter with Zach Peter. That's me, your naturally platinum blonde pop culture connoisseur. I'm the reality TV junkie, self-improvement addict, and host with only the hottest tea spilled fresh weekly. For more hot takes, go and give me a follow at Just Plain Zach. I always keep it funny and I always keep it cute, yo. And if you want to stay up to date with the latest reality tea, just go and give us a follow at No Filter with Zach on the Instagram, or you can always join our private Facebook group. The link is in the description below. Right now, I hope you are sipping on some fizzy Housewives-inspired rosé for yourself, or some Housewives-inspired white wine for yourself. Packing a punch at 13% alcohol by volume, but less than a gram of sugar. It is my No Filter wine, Housewives-inspired. We have I'm not going out tonight. I'm disengaging. Inspired by Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Sweetie, I'm gone with the wine. Fabulous. Inspired by Real Housewives of Atlanta. We have Don't Play With Me, Your Husband's in the Pool. Inspired by Real Housewives of New Jersey. And then we have Cut Back My Drinking, or What? Inspired by Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills. That's where I want to be. Available at nofilterwine.com. Must be 21 or older to order. 21 or older, and please drink responsibly, guys. I do love you, but I want you to stay safe out there. So get Liddy City this weekend. But remember, there's less than a gram of sugar, so you shouldn't have a gnarly headache tomorrow. Get your No Filter wine at nofilterwine.com. All right, so fresh off of the Spilling Tea live tour with me and Adam Newell from Oven Adam, I have a exclusive clip from our tour stop in Nashville with none other than the Emily D. Baker. Bow, bow, bow. We love Emily. We know Emily, and she is killing it, living life and thriving. We love us some Emily D. Baker. So we're going to talk to Emily. We start things off with a fun game where Adam and I have to compete with each other. I was given the assignment of having to defend to Judge Emily Erika Jayne's innocence in the Girardi embezzlement scandal, and Adam was tasked with having to defend Jen Shah's innocence in the telemarketing scheme, the alleged telemarketing scheme, sorry. And we have to battle it out before diving into some questions with Emily D. Baker. We talk a lot about Beverly Hills. We talk about some Jen Shah stuff. We talk about Will Smith and Chris Rock stuff. And yeah, it's a really good, fun time. And we're so grateful that we had Emily there with us. I hope to have Emily on the podcast again soon. So stay tuned for that. We also, I believe, are releasing our interview with Margaret Josephs from Real Housewives of New Jersey next Wednesday as well. So stay tuned for that because that's going to be really good. We had a great interview with Margaret when we were in New York City. So stay tuned because that'll be coming next week. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome the Emily D. Baker. Pose for the photographer. Pose? Bend and snap.
Bend and snap. No, we don't bend and snap. Oh, sorry, I don't know.
There's a lot going on there.
Emily.
It's good to see you guys.
Emily D. Baker, guys. This is great. So, Emily, the live chat right now is full of purple hearts, by the way.
Oh, hello, Law Nerds. Hello, Law Nerds. I also heard that they were asking about when you guys are getting married.
Oh, no, that's bullshit.
You know, this is not legal advice, and I'm not licensed to practice in the state of Tennessee, but California with the hardest bar in the country. But I am an officiant.
No. I bet you she doesn't have her papers here, so don't get too excited. You can buy me a drink at the end. We'll look at some other suitors.
The people asked. I had to answer the questions.
Thank you for that.
You called Zack a cheater, Brad.
Before, whose side are you on?
We'll see.
Before we get into the litty-jitty here, we have to get over this argument a little bit. Yes. To the Jen Shah, Erika Jayne, who's right, who's wrong, who's innocent, who's guilty, whatever. We're gonna play a little game called Closing Arguments.
Yes.
Okay? So this is where Zack and Adam will each have 1 minute to give Judge Emily...
1 minute?
To give Judge Emily their closing arguments. So Zack will play the role of Elle Woods, and you'll try to convince the judge that Erika Jayne is innocent. Now, Adam, you'll play the role of Kim Kardashian.
Oh, I can do that. Yeah.
But Kim doesn't have a real law degree.
Elle Woods is a fucking actor.
Elle Woods was a law student. No. Elle Woods was a law student. Kim Kardashian is also kind of a law student.
Thank you.
But Elle Woods graduated.
Elle was at Harvard, and she did graduate.
Thank you.
Kim has money. Who gives a shit?
Oh, okay, listen. So you each have a minute to convince Judge Emily of why Jen Shah or Erika Jayne are not guilty. Now, this isn't a real court, so there will be a twist. Zack and Adam will both be allowed to cross-examine each other during their closing arguments.
They only have a minute.
Just 1 minute.
Do the rules
we
of evidence
tried a 1 minute
apply?
thing in LA and it didn't work. But
Yeah, we tried 1 minute in LA.
it didn't work. But in the end, Judge Emily D. Baker will rule which attorney made a better case for their
Oh,
client.
I got
All
this,
right.
bitch. Let's go.
I got this. I'm ready.
She can go first. Go ahead.
All right.
I'm starting?
We'll,
Yes, you
we'll
can
do
start.
alphabetical, so Elle Woods, we'll start with you.
Go out. I'm backing up. We're up on high.
Okay. Allegedly. That's the key
Okay, when
word.
do you want the timer to start?
Okay, I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yes.
And
Where are your jury people? Here's your jury people.
This is my jury.
Your jury people.
Okay. Well, first of all,
here we go. Start.
I would like to address the jury and remind the judge that Erika Jayne has not been charged with any formal crimes.
No, it's a
nor
civil
did she ever work. There's no charge. You're not cross-examining me. He is.
The jury is not allowed to speak.
The jury is not. The judge said. Shh. Okay. Erika did not work at Girardi Keys. She never received a paycheck from Girardi Keys.
No, she just spent all the victims' money.
How
allegedly.
was she to know that the money was victim money? If you were married, would you ask your very wealthy husband, who's on magazines, who's winning awards week after week, and is very acclaimed in Los Angeles, getting endorsements by the California governor, are you asking your husband when you're 30 years younger than him and you're blonde and singing It's Expensive to Be Me? Are you asking where the pennies are coming from?
3,
No.
2,
You're not asking where the money's
1.
coming from.
Thank you.
As long as the car doesn't get
Thank you,
turned
Miss
down at
Woods.
Neiman
Thank you.
Marcus.
Thank you, counsel. I'm taking it under submission.
Erica never worked at Girardi Keys.
Thank
Tom
you,
Girardi did.
counsel.
All right, here we go. Miss Kim Kardashian is next to
Miss.
defend.
I like that you just dropped the West. You were like, we're done with her.
Yeah, we're done with
Yeah,
that.
Dropped
no,
it.
that's
No. Now we're
No.
Davidson.
Thing of the-
It's a tragedy.
thing of the
Okay.
past. All right, here we go. Time starts now.
Oh, it's my turn?
It's your turn and your time.
I plead the fifth.
Because she's been charged. She's been charged and arrested in a 9-year
No.
federal investigation.
That's it.
Charged and arrested.
I
Charged
pleaded-
and arrested.
The thing
Thank
is,
you.
the attorneys aren't allowed to plead the fifth. So Zach wins.
Oh, no, wait.
Wait,
attorneys can't
say it louder for the
No.
people in the back, Emily.
Attorneys can't plead the fifth.
Only clients can plead the fifth.
Their clients can.
That's why she never passed the baby bar. Okay.
So Zach wins.
Well, that's annoying.
It
game,
doesn't
Zach
mean
won
I
on
stand
tour.
with Zach's
Yeah,
argument, but Zach
congratulations.
wins.
Stand up, do your bend and snap, do it all. Go
Do
ahead.
it.
Okay.
Woo!
Thank you.
Woo!
Where did Erika
There you
Jayne
go.
go?
I like that you pled the fifth, though. It was an interesting attack. I've never seen an attorney do that. But then again, Amber Heard's attorney said fecal phobia in her opening statement, and I've never seen that shit either.
No pun intended.
Oh, pun intended.
Oh, shit. Okay. I mean, that was also a pun, which I wasn't trying to intend. But,
But it was great.
oh, thank you.
Bring the
Thank
dad
you.
jokes. We're
Okay.
here for it.
Okay.
Okay, Emily. So last week we had the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills trailer drop.
And did it ever?
What is your reaction? Thoughts, feelings, vibes, all of it?
We knew Erika didn't give any fucks.
0. None, not
But
one.
she made it very clear that she doesn't care about the victims. And she came for Crystal.
What about the facts?
The
I
fact
don't
is
think
she doesn't
Erika
give a
knows
shit
what
about
the
the
facts
victim.
are. I don't think
she
she
knows
knows the
either.
facts. I think she's got her head in the sand. She's playing ostrich. She is in denial. She's just like, we're going to drink, but the shady editing, the little Bravo wink of her looking blurry, the editors are like, we're here for it. Lisa Rinna's got a little smirk and is like, girl, you can't mix your antidepressants and your alcohol. And it's like, thanks, Rinna, we know you're an expert. So she comes for Crystal, and it's like, you're on the side of the victims because it's cool. It's like, what world are you living in that this is trendy to like stand up for people who have been wronged? Like, that's not alleged. That's been proven. So that was shocking. And then Garcelle had her full moment wearing, the pants that were the crochet shirt situation that Dorinda had worn ages ago. And she's like, Erika, you can make yourself look bad. And that moment summed it all up. It's going to be a great season.
Oh.
Them not letting Kathy Hilton in the door? Who does that? Who does that? That's like my worst fear is like, hey friends, I'm here. And they're like, we don't know her.
Wait,
It gave me anxiety.
I did want to say to you really quick too, because guys, there's a pair of $1.7 million earrings that Erika Girardi had to come off of. And those bitches were featured in the trailer.
They were in the trailer.
Okay, so can you give us an update on the Girardi keys?
The earrings have been turned over to the bankruptcy trustee and are being held in trust until where they belong is determined. So there's still an argument.
Does that mean she's cooperating?
Ish. The thing is, though...
More than Jen Shah?
Jen Shah can't cooperate. She's a criminal defendant. Jen Shah's lawyers are like, don't say anything. And she's like, I'm going to sell T-shirts. # free Jen Shah. Her lawyers are not loving that. But Erika is in a really precarious spot because if she does too much, then she can actually put herself in a worse spot. So she's in a tough spot. Her attorneys are in a tough spot, but her attorneys still want to get paid. They're like, you've got to go on TV. It's like, why are your attorneys allowing you to be on the reunion? It's like, they like money. They're lawyers. They want to get paid. So the lawyers still have to get paid. But the earrings were featured. The earrings have been turned over. So it'll be interesting to see if it's addressed, because we know that dropped right after they filmed in Aspen, that the earrings were asked for.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So that's this new lawsuit, though. That's what's newest with Erika.
Do you think that she was the front woman for this entire embezzlement scheme?
I see the theory.
Yeah,
I see the theory. So going after the attorneys, right thing to do. Love it so much. But the theory with Erika being the front woman can be very, very broad. White collar crime in a civil context can be very broad. This can be a problem for her. So if they attribute her statements to covering for the firm to keep the money coming in, it could be a very real problem for her. So it could be a real problem. So do I think she knew, like, I'm going to go be a front woman? I don't think that was in her mind. But did she say, Tom needs to continue to work after he rolled his car and had eye surgery and stopped a robber because I need to earn income to keep the law firm going? Yes. Yes. Yes.
Tom's house was broken into and he confronted the burglar and then had to go have eye surgery, and my son had to go over and flip his car over 5 times in the snow on the way home. Yeah, I'm under a lot of stress.
Yes.
Wait, so Emily, we want to know, when it comes to Erika and this whole scandal, what could this mean for her, and how do you think this is likely to play out?
We've got years to come.
Okay.
This is not good for her. This additional lawsuit is going to be another expensive lawsuit. It is going to be more work, and it's outside of the bankruptcy. Erika's got some real problems because, again, in the personal bankruptcy, whatever Tom can't pay, the racehorse's vet bills in Florida, she's going to get stuck with. That's not getting written off. So she's still going to get stuck with that debt. And then the IRS is going to be like, hello, we would like you to pay us. That's going to happen too. And she can't get out of that either. She does have to get paid. She's got to work it, and she's working it. She's like, you need a villain? I'll be a villain. Like, what do you need? I'm here for it. She's got to earn that paycheck.
What about what's going on with Jen Shah's legal case? We saw that it got postponed till July.
It got
been any
postponed till
updates?
July. So Jen Shah's legal case is moving forward. We are waiting on a hearing with regard to all the subpoenas because they want all the behind-the-scenes footage, don't we all? They want to know everything about the housewife and the hustler. We all want to know. We all want the behind-the-scenes footage, and they're going to fight over it in court because Jen Shah's attorneys did not do a great job on those subpoenas.
She should have hired Ronald Richards.
I don't think that's the way that's gonna go.
We know she damn sure shouldn't have hired you, but that's okay.
Also, I don't think he practices in New York.
Oh,
She hired New York attorneys that do trials and stuff.
shame. And neither are you. Neither are you or your EMF-rated underwear that protects your stuff. Okay. Okay. So
Those subpoenas were not good. I think the judge is gonna be like, but I want the behind-the-scene footage too.
But in your opinion, though, what do you think the future realistically from your experience, because for those of you who don't know Emily, she was a prosecutor in Los Angeles. She has.
I mean, give it up for the prosecutors. I did that. I did trials. I did lots of trials.
She's also on YouTube. She's the #1 legal commentator and badass attorney.
You guys are too sweet. Thank you.
So we want to know, what do you think the future holds for Jen Shah?
Prison.
Oh.
The future holds prison.
Thank you.
I don't see a path to an acquittal for Jen Shah. Based on everything that's come out on court, I don't see how she gets an acquittal. They're going to bring Stuart Smith up, and he's going to be like, have you seen her feed me a banana saying, make me money? And then the prosecutors are going to go, we rest. And he's going to throw her completely under the bus, which is what we said from the beginning. When Stuart Smith got arrested, it was like, call the AUSAs and say, I would like to tell you something. And that is what your best plan is. And he pled out. He added charges to his plea for the perjury that he says Jen made him lie in a deposition under oath. So they added that count so that he could testify against her.
Can I just say really quick?
It's expensive to be Jen Shah.
I mean, if we ever go down for some
Yes.
shit, I'm throwing Zach under the bus real quick. Real quick. But
Look, not legal advice. Nobody saves themselves by being a rat.
see? Oh.
No.
Oh. This is like mob wife shit. Okay.
Yes, we don't talk.
Oh, yeah.
Fifth.
Yes.
That's when you complete the fifth.
That's
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we're learning.
Exactly, we're learning.
Okay,
So,
we're learning.
No, Jen Shah is not good. Erika's got a long, long road ahead of her legally. Yep.
All right.
Ooh, right? Are you guys waiting to watch the long road ahead for Erika legally, though? Yes. And that's why she's going to stay on Housewives.
See?
She's going to be there.
Well, we also have a couple, and we've been taking live stream questions. Everyone has been so excited when they
I'm
found
so
out you were
excited.
coming. The live stream's
stream.
here. Live stream's in the room. We see the law nerds, the paw
We see
nerds,
the
the
law-
purple nerds. Hey!
The paw nerds.
The paw
We
nerds.
see you, law nerds.
Okay.
Law
So-
nerd questions.
Yes, live
Okay.
Q&A questions. Jason, do we have any more live Q&A questions?
It's so hard for me to see.
Jason's
Nope.
just working the room. Do we have live Q&A questions?
Yeah,
what are you?
sorry.
You're on vacation? You're not working?
Vanity got me.
And you're asking why
It's like
do I
I'm
want to get
under a
married?
little bit of stress.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, I
I'm
have a couple of questions.
I'm being nice.
Okay.
And then I have a couple of live stream questions coming in right now too.
All right.
But the first question that we had on social media was, does Chris Rock have a legit civil suit against Will Smith or the Academy?
So Chris Rock could sue for a civil battery. Whether it is worth his time and money, because I don't know how much the damages would be. So you would have to prove that there's damages, but it is a civil battery. He could have also gone the criminal route, and he chose not to.
Okay.
So he could still do that if he wants to. He's within the statute of limitations well. I don't know if he will. I don't know if it's worth it to him, but yes, he could if he wanted to.
Okay.
So.
The next question is on live stream asked, are these Bravo Celebrities lawsuits keeping you on your toes?
They're absolutely busy. Their lawyers file a lot of documents, but I love it. I mean, it's a really rare thing where we get to see a lawsuit playing out and we watch it play out, and then we get to see how it played out behind the scenes while they're filming. It's almost like choose your own adventure lawsuit style. It's the most wild thing I've ever seen. Like the craziest thing I saw in law school was like Janet Jackson's boob and like, oh my God, there needs to be a time delay and how does that look? It was crazy. That was the most pop culture thing that happened. Now, it's literally every day with the celebrities getting themselves into legal and going to court. They're like, I've got the money, let's do it. Like Cardi B, I've got the money, we're going to trial. We are going to trial.
Hi, Tasha K. Sorry, she was on my channel. She was on my channel.
Was she?
Mm-hmm.
She was. I was at my dad and my stepmom's house. Kimmy's right here. Hi. Sorry. Okay, anyways, let's get back to it.
All right, this next question comes from
Cardi B.
This next question comes from Sarah Bahu. She said, will you consider letting Dr. B have more whiskey when he joins Alive? Thanksgiving was the best.
All right, we'll do a Drunk Dr. B live soon. Sure, why not? Why not? Who knows what will happen when we have a whiskey-laden Dr. B, but he was really bummed not to be here tonight, but the kiddos are not feeling good, so That's where he is. But yes, we will do a whiskey-laden Dr. B stream soon. It was a lot of fun. But man, you could go through the live stream and watch his eyes start to close. And then the story started to come out, and then I was like, why are we going into so much detail? Oh God, stop. Why isn't he stopping? Why? That story, we don't need all the details.
I've had those moments on YouTube.
There was a whale tail comment. It was a mess. That stream was a mess.
He needs some no-filter wine.
What?
He needs some no-filter wine.
I mean, he'll be Liddy City. He'll be absolutely Liddy City.
Unless you ask Dana Wokey, then she'll tell you that it gives him a hangover.
I've never had a headache with this wine.
Thank you. Because
I mean, I
haters
feel
don't
pretty
get
good.
hangovers.
Exactly.
Or haters do get hangovers, but
I
true
do get
friends
hangovers,
don't.
but not with this wine. I like it.
Thank you.
I get clowned on Twitter for drinking it and bragging about the alcohol content, apparently.
I get clowned on Twitter by Ronald Richards.
I mean, same. But it's delicious and I love it. So, you know.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, I have some tea to spill really quick, actually.
I want to know the
what's
tea.
the tea, Jason?
Wait, can you come up here and spill the tea? Like, why are you
Come
so
up,
far away?
Jason.
Like,
So there was
I wanna know the tea.
One time, Adam and I were about to go on a trip, and we were like drinking, watching Real Housewives of Orange County, and then we got on a live to recap the Orange County Housewives, and I think we lasted like 10 minutes. And Adam's like, so I don't want to take up too much of your time. And I was like, yeah, we don't want to do too much of your time. Like, it's fine. And I think we deleted that, didn't we?
We delete. Okay, thanks.
We delete a lot of YouTube videos.
No, that was two. It was two YouTube videos, and both
Scandal.
of them, it was the freaking can, the Liddy City can.
Okay, it was the Liddy City can.
Thank you. Thank
and
you.
that was on me.
13%
wait, Zach's
alcohol.
getting blamed?
No, of course he is. What do you mean? Yes, it's 13% alcohol.
It
It's
is.
this big, and then you drink them, and then all of a sudden you're 2-3 in, you're like, I don't know what you're talking about.
It sounds like Zach has an...
I
yeah.
mean, those are the lives you leave up, though.
Oh.
Or put them in your community.
Yeah.
All right.
I got some live streams coming into my Patreon that aren't on YouTube.
No,
Not
I-
everything's YouTube
I delete
friendly.
and hide, and then I wait like 3 days and pretend like nothing happened.
I
All right,
love
we have-
that avoidance
We have one
tactic
more
for
question
you.
for Emily.
Well, I think we should also take a couple questions from
Yes.
the audience. Let's do 3 questions,
Let's
one
do
for
that.
each of us.
Woo!
We'll
Emily,
end with 3 questions, one for each of us
before we-
after.
I'm going to go into the audience and ask some questions, or
Yes.
let some questions be asked. But someone online wanted to know, what is your favorite case recently that you enjoy covering?
My favorite case recently. There's been a lot of good cases recently. I really love the Ethan Klein Ryan Kavanaugh case because a lot of the cases I really try to look at both sides of them, and this case I'm like, no, fuck that guy. And so it's kind of nice to just be like, this is stupid, and to be able to just say this is stupid, but also the typos calling Kevin Hart Kevin Hard made my life. Because because the Triller app lied about Kevin Hart being on the app and then couldn't say his name. It was Kevin Hard throughout this filing, and it was hilarious to me. So I'm not entertained for the expense that lawsuit is costing, because that sucks. But it is 3 lawsuits kind of rolled into one. It's delicious. When we're not talking about the UK and Caterpillar cakes, because I love those too. We know how I feel about the Caterpillar cakes. So, yes, that's my favorite one right now.
That's the favorite. That's the favorite.
But the Kardashians are going to trial with Black China next week.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
And they premiere on Hulu again tomorrow, just saying.
Yes, and
We're
I have been
watching
going
tonight.
through those court filings. Man, it's a mess. It's a mess, that filing. And the thing is, she's not wrong in all of her claims. Black China has some good claims. We're going to be talking about it, but Black China has some solid claims about them canceling her show.
She only sees her kids 1 day a week, so she has time to collect those receipts.
I mean, Zach's not afraid to go there.
Drag me.
What I love is
I'm the
that
nice
it
guy.
stacks them all on the same day, so it's not like spread out throughout the week. It's just all at once.
Zach can be the
Allegedly.
messy-
According
Jason, do we have
to-
any questions?
Yeah, I do have to say, like, a lot happened, before we did this tour. We had the Housewives of Beverly Hills trailer dropped.
Yes.
Shaw's got canceled. Brittany got pregnant.
I mean,
Hey,
we love
Britney
this
Spears
for
is
her.
pregnant.
We love this for her. The Housewives trailer dropped. Jay Edelson dropped a new lawsuit. A lot happened.
Jaws of Sunset got canceled.
I mean,
All right, we have a question here from the audience.
yes.
So I have a legit. Hi. I have a legit law question. What do you think is going to happen to Lyra and Griffin? Are they going to be criminally charged, or is it just going to be civil stuff?
It's a great question.
The fact that they are actually lawyers in other law firms blows my mind. So, thoughts?
So Lyra and Griffin are the two attorneys from Girardi case. One of them's Tom Girardi's son-in-law. Can you imagine that conversation when you're like, Dad, are you going to get my husband sent to jail?
I ask my dad all the time.
So I think that the two attorneys have the most to be concerned about. I think that there could still be a criminal prosecution in that case. I'm very interested to see if the state bar actually looks into it. Right now they're saying they're not going to. Yes.
Okay.
There's the LA Times needs to get back on that. LA Times, call me up. Let's get on that.
Question number 2. We're going to take
it
2 more
feels that way.
questions. Go ahead, Jay.
We have another question.
Ansley has a question.
Yes, well, Zach, you know I love you so much. Adam, and I love you too. You've become like my morning show routine. Well, I have 2 questions, really. One, where's the after party? Where are we going?
Whoa!
The woman cuts directly to the most important information.
Zach, you know
Have
I
you
love
seen
to
the weather
party.
outside? Did you
No,
look at the...
Emily.
It's right here at this freaking bar.
Yeah, the
Emily,
after party's
we're
right here at the bar.
partying in tornado weather. Does not matter. Like,
I
we're
mean, that's
doing
true.
it. Nashville, anyway. I'm a bad bitch, for sure. And I used to live here, so I'm ready to go. And Emily, what's going on with all of the Travis Scott, Vic, all those people? Is there anything?
The Astroworld cases,
yeah.
they got condensed into one case, so they're moving forward as a mass litigation. But
Okay.
I have not checked back in because Depp and Heard.
I have
but
a
they are
friend
moving. They are moving forward.
I have a friend who went there, and she's got a lot. I mean, she made a shit ton of money from the whole thing. So I was just curious. She's made.
I'm sure some of them
a
are
lot
starting
of
to
money.
settle out with insurance.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But that's again a mass kind of tort litigation. Tom Girardi's not involved, so I'm sure it's going to go well.
All right, last question.
All right, do we have another question?
Do we have
of
one
the
last
night.
question?
One
Hi,
more.
Emily. Living in Florida, the Gabby Petito case really touched my heart.
Oh, I could not hear. I'm sorry.
The Gabby Petito case really touched my heart.
I think for a lot of us.
And I'm just wondering if you think Brian's parents will ever be charged.
I don't think they will be, because I think if we were going to see obstructing, that we would have already. So I think if we were going to see charges against his parents, we would have. They didn't have to say anything. They're legally obligated not to lie. I don't know if they misled police in a way where they can be charged. It seems that way from reports, but we don't know everything that the police know. What we will know down the road is people, including, media organizations, myself and others, eventually will get the public records request from the police department and know more and see kind of what happened there. What we know is not done yet. There will be more information to come on that case. I don't think anyone's going to let it go, especially the team at WFLA has really dug into that case. So I don't think we're done finding out information from that. But I don't know if they will be charged.
All right.
All right, well, we do have.
We have
okay,
one more.
We said we were going to do one last one. We have Travis.
We have a
Tinsley in the
birthday
front.
boy.
Yes. What
You've
next?
been overruled.
No, I know that, but
You've been overruled
if you get the
immediately.
birthday boy to raise their hand, you can ask a question.
I just want to say thank you for being sensitive to the stuff that you report.
You're welcome.
So that it doesn't seem like it's just
Clickbait bullshit?
absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's appreciative that you are informative with it, but you're not trying to bring them down.
That's how
And
we do.
then
We're
also,
loners.
I
She's
love
not
when
Ronald
you bring your
Richards.
child.
Okay.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank
And then
you.
I also love when you bring your child on and you give him that spotlight so that he feels like he's included in it.
I'm going to tell him you
just wanna
said
say
so because
thank
he
you.
thinks I am holding him back because I will not let him have his whole world on YouTube. So
You're
thank
an
you.
amazing parent. And
Thank
so,
you.
I mean, so it's not more so a question, but more so thank you for being you.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. I love you, law nerds. And that's what we do as law nerds. You know, we love some tea, but there's things that are tea and there's things that are not.
Yes.
You know, housewives getting sued over money, it's really stressful for them, but for the rest of us, we can talk about it. The victims have already been through what they've been through, and we can acknowledge their experience. But there's some of the things, especially in the crime realm, that aren't tea. They're tragic. So that's where we're at. Which is why I love talking pop culture, because we get to, you know, we get to spill the tea.
It's like cotton candy a little bit. Okay.
It's a little fluffy. It's a little light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Give it
that.
up for Emily G.
Thank
Baker,
you,
everybody! Oh, I just love me some Emily. Guys, please go and support The Emily Show. It's her podcast. It's available where all podcasts are available. Or just follow Emily D. Baker on YouTube. She just hit 300,000 followers. 300,000 subscribers on her YouTube channel. She is killing it. She is the content queen. She's a badass legal commentator, breaking down all the good pop culture stuff. Amber Heard, Johnny Depp, that trial, Britney Spears' conservatorship, Erika Jayne and Tom Girardi and their whole embezzlement scheme or embezzlement scandal, the Jen Shah telemarketing scheme, all of that stuff. She breaks it down every week. So please go show her some love, follow her, and let her know that we appreciate her. And tell her she needs to do more collabs with Adam and I. Thank you guys for listening to #NoFilter with Zach Peter. That's me, your naturally platinum blonde pop culture connoisseur. You can give me a follow at Just Plain Zach. That's where you can keep up with me personally. Or if you just want the tea, you just want to go know what's going on with your favorite reality stars, then follow us at No Filter with Zach on Instagram. We do have a private Facebook group. It's called No Filter Reality Tea. You can join that with the link below in the description. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to subscribe and smash that like button. Hit that bell notification button too, so that way you always get the tea spilled fresh in your notifications as it is dropping. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support, and I appreciate you guys so much. So many of my dreams have come true this year and in recent years, and I couldn't have done any of this without you. So thanks for supporting the Spilling Tea live tour. Actually, if you're still watching this, drop a comment and let me know where you would like us to go next. Should we, wink, wink, pick some new cities for the Spilling Tea live tour? Where would you like to see Adam and I come and spill some tea? Leave it in a comment below, and I will talk to you guys for our regular Thursday Night Live. All right, love you, mean it. Bye.